What's up, fellas? It's episode 2 of deegus cast, or deegus as it's formerly known. We got Hayabusa VII and Ice Splash Isaac in
Yo,
the chat,
what to
in the
do?
Discord.
It's good.
Today we're going to be talking about FPS games. Uh, the good, the bad, and the super bad.
Whoa.
So, Isaac, what is your Ice Splash? What is your favorite FPS game?
Favorite FPS game?
Yes.
Well, you boys know I am D2 Bungie boy fanatic. So, of all
Gotcha.
time, it has to be D1.
Oh, oh.
PS4 guy, and
See,
it's
I like
amazing.
to point out that I am a real Bungie fan, and my favorite FPS game is Halo 3. Um, do you have a rebuttal?
Honestly, I wish I did. I think what it was for me, I wasn't in my prime of gaming when I played the Halo series. I was a little younger, didn't really appreciate the game for what it was.
It's
Um,
very sad.
so I think that's why I can't, with full conviction, say that any in the Halo series were my all-time favorite. I didn't invest as much time as I did in D1. I didn't really dive as deep. I still played and enjoyed Halo, and yeah, I think that's why.
What about you, Hayabusa?
I think as far as the first person realm goes, I think I'm about to go in Minecraft.
Hey, easy clap, boys.
From the beginning to the end, it's just nonstop grind.
Pre-alpha Minecraft.
You really feel like you're just this dude alone on this planet. And
When did
then
Minecraft come out?
Let's take a look. Let's check the database.
Let's find out.
I like how you like punch a tree, get the wood,
So
you get
Minecraft was first released to the public on May of 2009.
Oh my god.
However, it was still in like alpha-ish beta
Yeah.
kind of stage.
but yeah, I really liked how it's PvE focused. You could really feel could feel the bow and arrow,
Oh
the
yeah.
shots that were being fired, the trajectory as it soars across the sky and it hits the dirt.
Not gonna
It's
lie,
just beautiful.
I used to love Minecraft. Like when it was simple, just a survival thing. You had to stay away from the creepers at night, the spiders and stuff. That was awesome. It just got to be too big.
But if we were talking about first person shooters, then I guess it would have to be Halo 3 would be the pinnacle.
Easy clap, boys. 2 for 2. I
But
really
this would have to be.
enjoy. There's everything about that game was so good. I mean, the campaign was sick. The multiplayer worked really, really well. Um, there was even fun like community maps like Juggernaut and Fat Man, zombies. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think looking back, like, in retrospect, if I were to be in my prime of understanding gaming, I guess, you know, I think, I think Halo 3 would take it. For sure.
We'll take it.
No, I
Pretty,
never really was like I didn't as a kid or yeah, I played Halo 3 like fifth grade ish, sixth grade ish. And like I never really had access to like the membership whatever, so I didn't play online. But I really liked the campaign and yeah. So
Absolutely. Who remembers Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2? MW3.
MW3 played a little bit. I mean, I played. Shouldn't say a little bit. Played a good amount. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, even though MW3 was like good, maybe even great. I think I don't know. I don't think
I just
I don't think you could ever take what Bungie has offered.
I just feel that those games are just like the bread and butter, the FPS genre. I just feel Halo, not just Bungie, but just other FPS games that kind of expand upon it. They kind of make it, cinnamon raisin bagel with some strawberry cream cheese on it instead of just butter and bread. So, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Bungie has
I
all
don't even.
the goodies, in my opinion.
Even though they're both technically FPS games, I really don't put Destiny or Halo in the same category as like Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to that, you know, what the differentiating mark of Call of Duty. Just
And
everything
at the
about
end of the
Call of Duty
day,
is kind of just, I don't know, different. Just the speed of the game.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's unique. But yeah, I think Modern Warfare 3 has been the best. I think I could say it's been the best COD game of all time. I think.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 1 was actually my first LAN center experience.
Land
Like,
Center.
got in, killed the guy, and then it said you killed Barack Obama. That was my first real experience with PC gaming.
You're terrified.
that
I
was the
was
first
like,
time you committed murder.
whoa.
Your eyes
It was so
open.
vivid, right?
Your Cyrus has opened, just completely white.
That moment, deegus went from innocent to guilty.
Exactly.
He took his hand off
His entire
the
life just
mouse,
changed.
off the keyboard, just soaking water. The circuit started bursting and exploding.
It was intense.
Yeah.
And then from there, I went to Halo 2 on PC, the multiplayer for that. And then I switched it up and I played a lot of Dawn of War 2,
Dawn of
which was kind of like
War.
my first RTS experience. And then from there, I went to StarCraft and eventually um, Warcraft. And that's how I stumbled upon League.
Upon what?
Kinda League.
Oh, League.
League of Legends got me into the MOBA genre back in season 1 when
That's
Gangplank's
the
chest
real
hair looked like
topic of
pubes.
discussion. Your the League days.
This is the start of many dark days. What was your introduction to PC gaming, Hayabusa?
PC gaming? It was back in Guam when I was just like in fourth grade.
Back in Guam, if you listeners didn't know, our beloved Hayabusa 7 is from the jungles of the Guamanian island.
Yeah, I was born in a little shack off the beach. And then I walked out. I got ambushed by a bunch of tribesmen. I wake up. Adam Sandler's there with a hand, and I grabbed his arm. And flash forward a couple of years, I'm in his apartment, and I'm just, he gave me a silver. Like, what does this do? And then he's like, just insert this disc, and we'll see what happens. And on that disc, it said Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. And I was like, whoa, what is this game? And he's like, just play it. The game looked like booty cheeks, but nevertheless, it was my first PC game. I actually have it on Steam, and I play it, from time to time. But it's just basically this RTS strategy game. You put down a base, and then you have farmers, and out those farmers cut down trees, mine minerals, pick up food for you. And you just slowly make this base, and you make this become the. So yeah, that was like my first PC experience, I guess.
That's incredible.
Wow. It's deep, man. I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Where's
Great,
the
great talk.
segue? Where's the segue,
Where's
Deegus?
the segue, deegus?
Well, it's not always about the destination, okay? Sometimes it's just the journey.
It's about getting in the car first.
That's pretty true.
I think it's
Ice
debatable.
Ice Splash. What was your first technical experience with PC game?
You know this. You're the one. Deegus
I
was
was
the
the one.
one to introduce Ice Splash to PC gaming. I was a console boy. A better question is what has been our history with games altogether. Um,
Like
but
top 5 games of all time.
top 5 games, consoles. Um, but to answer your question, just recently, this year, earlier, May of 2018, I decided to make the switch from PS4 to PC. At the time, I was playing Fortnite, and I don't know. I saw all the pros using mouse and
All the
keyboard,
pros.
and I didn't want to be the one who used mouse and keyboard on PS4 because that was kind of weird, and I already kind of knew the benefits of PC, gaming, and just having 2 monitors, would be the route I'd go, and the benefits behind that, it kind of surpasses gaming. So I made the move, built my own PC with the help of Deeg, kind of guiding me, and the help of YouTube. And
Yeah, I didn't feel like I guided you at all.
yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
am where I am now because Deeg was nonstop bashing my console play. He would constantly say PC gaming, master race, all that funny stuff. And it's ironic, listeners, because now that I do have a PC, he doesn't play anything with me. It's a sad life.
That
But,
is definitely not true. I just
that's
spent the
just
last few hours
how
on
it
Gary's
goes.
Mod and XCOM. Ice Splash does not spend any money on Steam. Does not play any games.
Okay.
Simply a D2 man.
Anywho,
Trying to remain on topic here. So again, the top 5 games of all time, personally, to our list. Any takers? I'm still like, I got like a top 3-ish.
mm,
Well, I mean, all time number one, I'd
well,
have
we
to
already
say
established Halo 3. That has to be
Halo
in there.
3. After that, probably Modern Warfare 2.
You have to explain why each one. Don't
Each
just give a little
one.
synopsis. Yeah, just give like a little thing.
Let's do top 3 then. That's
Top
a lot.
5.
It's a lot of work.
There's, uh, so I guess, I was randomly tossed out, XCOM 2. Definitely in my top 5. I'm not sure if it's in. But I just really like how it's turn-based game, and these games are not really made anymore. So it's kind of like a
Are we
you know
talking? Are we going beyond FPS gaming now and just all games? All games?
well, that's what I asked. Was it just top 5 games of all time,
Oh, of all time?
or if we're just talking about FPS games? I don't really have like 3 for FPS.
Yeah, I barely have 2.
I rarely play FPS games.
Let's see. All right, fine. Then we're just gonna open it up. Top 5 all time games.
All right.
Hayabusa go.
So, like I said, XCOM 2. It's a game. That's a genre that's not really made anymore. Turn-based grid, grid-based turn-based game. And it's basically a strategy game. You're a bunch of dudes, and the aliens took over the world, and you have considered normal, but you're like a little guerrilla force, a little rebel group, and you have to like stealthily like take back the Earth without really being seen. So XCOM 2 is one, and then kind of like the origin, I guess, of the grid-based tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics A2. It's like this little
Whoa.
DS game, and this game's like this, nothing too serious, nothing too crazy. A lot of people actually don't really like it, but I like it for how like lighthearted it is, and just like a nice little cute turn-based game. Then this other game, I'm just not really a top like 5 from 1 to 5. It's just
All
in the
5
list.
all together.
Yeah. So the next game is gonna be Destiny 1. This game is it just has a lot of good memories in it. I feel it's a game that kind of went through a lot of struggles, but I mean, from I would say Taken King onwards, it kind of corrected itself along the way, and it kind of became like one of my most played games of all time.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. And then I guess number 4 would be. I'm still kind of thinking, but yeah, I'll give those 3 for now.
Not
Well,
bad.
pretty
Isaac,
good.
what's your top 3? And then
Top
we'll
three.
finish with the last two after.
Okay, so starting from the bottom, then I'm gonna be as broad and kind of just try to encompass the entire spectrum of gamers here with the list.
Wow.
Not really we're gonna start with D2. That is a personal. No, not D2. D1. Uh, as a personal pick, like
Okay.
Matt said, Hayabusa. Just a lot of good memories. It was a lot of hype going into it. A lot of people didn't know what Bungie's new project was gonna be. This MMO RPG combo, and it's probably one of the best communities. And I wasn't even, that I had, been a part of ever really that I remember. But again, it was kind of like when I was really, 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 really into gaming. That was what kind of took up my high school days. And I wasn't even that involved in the community, just looking from the outside into what content creators were doing for each other and how they were all contributing kind of added to it for me. Um, yeah, I think I could say it helped me to become a better FPS game, and really just a gamer in general better, because prior to it I was just, I'd play games just to play, didn't really care too much. But I don't know,
Nice.
Destiny 1 kind of got me hooked into the grind of not only getting loot, but the grind of getting better at a game. So that's personal
Nice.
pick. Number four. Number four. Um, man, I guess I'd have to say Halo 3, like we talked about, for
Mhm.
those reasons. Just looking back at what the impact it's had on gamers as a whole, that was like the gold. It is the gold standard still to this day. It's funny how like it just can't be replicated for some reason, which is kind of mind blowing. Considering we're about to be going into 2019. Like no game has come close to it, which is in the FPS sense. At least not in my opinion. Um, So 2 Bungie games there. I guess number 3. Man, number 3. Number 3.
Struggle is real.
Hmm. Yeah, man, yeah. I want to say. See, I'm gonna say a game I'm not too familiar with, but again, trying to encompass all of gamers and seeing the impact that this game has had. Oh man, well, yeah, no, I'm gonna say League. Yeah, League of
What?
Legends, and I think deegus can expound more on that.
What the
And
freaking...
before actually I end that, if I were to replace pick 5, because that was a personal pick, I would probably slide in Fortnite there, because of the impact that has had in just
That's a
the
fine game.
2 years,
Is that
or
what
that
that
it's been
is?
out, or like a year and a half, however long it's been. The worldwide impact that game has had in the small amount of time it's been out has been phenomenal. So, anyways, those are my 3. deegus.
Well, that was a patrol list. How do I save this? We're gonna go Halo 3, and this isn't in a specific order. Halo 3, obviously for classic reasons. Uh, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, and Pokemon Leaf Green.
I feel like those are all personal picks. Well, I guess that it
They
kind of
are.
is, yeah. Yeah. And you're not telling why, though.
Then we're just talking about our all-time favorites.
Yeah, I guess. I was kind of being the different one.
Yeah, you went way off there.
It's okay.
We could talk about the top 5 best games of all. Like, talk about their technicality. And
Are we gonna finish the list? Did we get our last 2? I think I
I
got
got
my
the
last
last 2 on mine.
Go, you're up then.
Right, so I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's a game that I'm like really awful at, but I kind of appreciate the game looking back on it because as a kid I always would play it just because
Which
of the
one?
roster.
You say
It's
Marvel
called
vs.
Marvel.
Capcom 2?
Yeah,
Okay, that's a decent pick, yeah. Fighting game.
and like I really like the art and then the just kind of like the soundtrack of the game. It's just very like it came out in the 2000s
Yeah.
2000 yeah 2000 yeah, and I really like the roster. It just kind of encompasses. It has a bunch of hidden gems in each area. So Marvel, they had some random characters like Marrow and like I think her name was like Spino. These are the characters that people don't know about, but it's appreciated that they're in this game. And on the Capcom, some sort of
Oh.
Red Riding Hood character. So I just kind of appreciate the the uniqueness of the game. The game still holds up now, and it's a pretty awesome game. Always will probably never be good at the game. I don't have the game, but I really like that game.
Yeah,
And
it's a
then
fun game for arcades. Honestly, I mean that they still have a machine in some of the places here.
yeah, and then for my last one, it's kind of a weird one, but this is just kind of a game that I really have fond memories of as a kid. It's called Naruto Path of the Ninja 2. And it's a
Weird
really
Naruto
weird.
Path of the Ninja 2.
So I'm
Tense.
not really into anime anymore. If,
It's a lie.
Hayabusa VII, kind of stopped doing that like 2 to 3 years ago.
Did you?
But yeah, and then Naruto was kind of like my introduction,
Huh?
or my first, I guess, like where I was attached to it. As a kid, I would turn on Cartoon Network and the show would be on. Whoa, the
Ooh.
show is colorful and You know, it was a bunch of interesting characters. You know, cool stuff happening on the screen.
Yeah.
And this game was really interesting because it was a turn-based game. Normally, Naruto games are, you know, actiony and stuff, but
Oh yeah.
I was a fan of turn-based, so I was like, whoa, Naruto plus turn-based,
Oh yeah.
and
Wow,
most of the
that's
people didn't
actually
really
pretty
like it,
sick.
but I mean, I gave it a shot and I liked it. The all the characters were in here, which I really like. You know, I don't like how games just have these side characters, you know, just on the side. You know, you could actually use these characters, teams, and swap them in and out. So I really appreciate this game. You know, a lot of fun memories as me, you know, just playing the game on my DS. And yeah,
Oof.
so I guess that would be my top five would be
Top
XCOM 2,
5. Top 5, top 5,
Destiny,
top 5, top 5, top 5.
Final Fantasy Tactics A2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Naruto Path of the Ninja 2. All the twos except Destiny. Destiny's number 2 sucks.
Hey, hey, hey!
Accurate.
Whatever.
It should have been on my list, but it isn't.
Mm,
Clearly for very important reasons.
whatever.
Well, just to close off my list, I'm gonna say
What are these whack segues, man?
you know what? You host the next one then.
What
I'm
are
done.
these whack?
I don't make game plans. I don't host. I'm done.
What are these moments of silence? I don't understand.
I mean, this is this is Chillcast 420. Okay, easy clap, blaze it, free smoke.
Hello? What?
Is it? Is anyone out there? All right, you know what? Then why don't you close out your list? Because your last two picks were troll.
Okay, so again, encompassing, I was the outlier here and kind of just did of all time, I think, for the masses. I think these two are going to hit the heart. At number 2, we have Super Mario Bros. Nintendo Entertainment System, the OG of OGs, the beginning of gaming, pretty much,
It's a
of
pretty respectable
gaming
pick.
as we know it. I mean, Nintendo has blown up. We just had the release of Smash Bros. Ultimate. Something I genuinely do want to get into. I don't own a Switch personally, but gameplay looks pretty sick. I think it's the only fighting game I'd ever really be down to get into. But Super Mario Bros. NES classic. I mean,
Yeah, he sits out at every tournament.
whatever. I mean, just who? I mean, it doesn't get as classic as Mario and Luigi. I mean, that is
Sure.
I actually forgot about the game. That probably would have.
you can just pick up the controller as many times, like an unlimited amount of times, and you just know.
Super Mario Sunshine?
What? Isn't that the golfing game? Oh no, I remember that. Was that
That is
GameCube?
not-
Was that GameCube?
That was.
It was GameCube,
that
right?
was not the golfing
That was
game.
where you had that vacuum thing as a backpack, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
sort of.
kind of, sort of, yeah. Yeah, and at number 1, you know, these can be, I don't know, you can kind of pick and choose where you want these two. They're kind of interchangeable. This, I think, is really the OG of OGs.
Whoa.
There has been redefined, altered. To this day, there are so many different versions.
Whoa.
But Tetris.
The pinnacle.
I mean, everyone on planet Earth has probably played that game.
Oh yeah.
It's simple, easy. You use your mental capacities. I mean,
It's
yeah,
challenging. It's competitive.
it's challenging. It's competitive. It's It's Tetris. So
Awesome soundtrack,
yeah,
iconic soundtrack.
yeah, yeah. It's mentally stimulating, but very addictive. And you can pick up Tetris anywhere in the world to this day and have a good time. So, well, I think.
Not a bad way to close up the list.
Oh yeah. So that's my, I guess, universal list.
No, that's not really the list we were doing.
I'm sorry.
However, we'll accept your answers. To close out
Deegus?
my list in a non-cheesy way,
Hey.
Kingdom Hearts 2. Honestly, without cheesing or trolling Hayabusa, it taught me about friendship, and it
What?
made me feel love again.
What does
It
that
was
even
also really
mean?
sick.
I think that game's just nostalgia bait.
Nostalgia's got to come from somewhere.
Nostalgia comes from the heart.
It comes from good game design and years of hard work and development.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
How many years of development? About 30.
exactly.
And I'm still waiting for the game to be out. That's why I'll stop.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna move on to our.
What are those segues?
You know what? Yep, I'm definitely done hosting. Definitely done hosting.
Like, I'm just sitting here waiting for something awesome, and it always says, well.
Well, it's not about the destination; it's the journey.
Well, as we were talking about Halo 3, it kind of probably circulated our minds as we were 5 games. So there's probably, close to a 6 or 7. But on the horizon, we see a new game. From the mist, from the shadows, there is Halo Infinite.
Halo. Infinite.
What do you guys think is needed to really get this game to be on our list? To knock out Naruto, to knock out X, to knock out Destiny, to knock out my top 5? How can it earn its way and break through the bracket to earn its spot on that
Just
list? What do you
recreate
think?
Halo 3.
Basically, just port Halo 3 to PC.
Port
slap
Halo 3 to
Infinite on it.
PC. Make the graphics even amazing.
Even amazing.
Even more amazing, and that's all we
Well, we also
want. That's
gotta-
all we want, Bungie. That's it.
We gotta.
I mean,
you
not
gotta take
Bungie.
off
I'm
your
sorry,
red rose tinted glasses.
Microsoft.
No, that's got to take everything that worked with Halo 3 and Halo 2 multiplayer, and
I
it's
think
just got to
that-
slap it online.
I think Halo 3 still had some issues. I mean, as far as there wasn't a sprint button in Halo. I think that's an issue.
I think it added to the gameplay.
I feel like it restricts the gameplay.
Well,
Oh my god. I'm done. I'm done.
We gotta
I
end
try
this.
to- I
We
try to
gotta
have
end
a
this.
smooth sway.
Well, that's-
We gotta.
well, that's where things like crouch jumping and grenade dropping.
But they have to do all of that
slinging.
just because of a simple missing of a sprint key.
Well, I'm sure that'll be in the game. I hope.
Yeah, the other Halos that came out with 343 had sprint,
Yeah.
so we're more than likely gonna have sprint, or more than likely gonna have a pretty decent competitive scene.
I just
and
fear
some
that
reliable servers.
We all want it to be the best, but I just have an eerie feeling that it won't be. It's not gonna be everything that we envision it to be. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully
We will see.
our
That's,
expectations are,
Well, that's it for this, folks. We're gonna dip out.
Are you gonna dip out, fellas?
Gonna leave the deegus chat now.
Yes, we are
I'd
good.
like to shout out to all the people who are watching. I really appreciate you guys to take your time, or maybe you're not taking your time and you're doing something and you hear someone's voice in your ear as complete a task as far as feeding your fish, doing your homework,
Fapping.
typing out your essay,
I mean,
just being
our
keeping
last
the
video had a record 6 viewers, and
I think it got
we
up
were
to 10, dude.
wow, we are up to 10, and we were 3 of those. So we're gaining some wind here,
We're getting
and
up
at
there.
that, we bid you deuce.
Peace, 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 peace.
All right, peace out, guys.
Till the next
Thank you
time,
for
my
checking on
dudes.
the Deegus podcast. Wait, what?